Hey guys, April Melvin here, and today we're just doing a ministry update. So just wanted to let you guys know where we're at in all the various areas of ministry that I'm doing. Okay, but before we get into the main part of the message, I just want to ask that you guys please like and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos on Thursday and they are all faith-based. So if that sounds like it would be of interest to you, then hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ring that bell. All right. First up, ministry number one, which is Refuge Christian Church, our church that we planted about 2 years ago. And man, look what we did. We made the front page of our newspaper. And listen, I didn't know that this was a life goal until this happened for us. And I'm so stoked. We did a big truck event where we invited a whole bunch of big trucks to come out and hang out with the kiddos. And so they did. They showed up. The drivers were great. The kids were awesome. It was so much fun. And we made the front page of our paper. And I know what you're thinking, April, don't you live in a town the size of 5,000? That's beside the point. We still made the front page. So no, it was a great event. We actually have a ton of great events over this summer. We have a person at our church, Jerry Cooper, who is just leading the charge, and she is killing it. She is doing such a great job. In fact, she's not only doing these incredible events, but she's also doing a lot of philanthropic work in our community, which I'm super stoked about, and our church is just rallying behind her to get it done. The one that we just delivered that I actually think is brilliant is, she called it Bags of Hope. So our county is Boone County, and there are foster kids in our county. Obviously, there's foster kids in every county, but oftentimes when those kids have to move to, out of a situation, they move very quickly. And so a lot of the times they're moving their belongings in trash bags. And so she came up with Bags for Hope, where we collected gently used suitcases for the kids. And she got about 40, I believe, different bags and duffel bags. We got them all cleaned as a church, and then we put in blankets and coloring books, for the little kids, or, the book of John for the older kids. And so we just delivered those, which was incredible, just helping, foster kiddos out here in Boone County. We have done dinners for the bus drivers and for the fire department. So just a lot of things to just serve our community and be here. So I'm incredibly blown away at how awesome Refuge Church is doing. It is so incredible to see everybody coming together and just working and serving God and his kingdom, and just figuring out creative ways to get to the community and serve the community so that we can share the gospel message. So super pumped about where Refuge is going. It is growing. God is doing incredible things. So that's the update on the church. All right, the second update, I guess, would be the YouTube channel, and I have officially reached the first level of monetization. I don't really know what that means, but thank you guys to all of you that have subscribed. So I really, really appreciate that. And I do think that we're going to be trying some different things. I'm going to try to do some shorts in the morning, which will be devotionals. I do think reading the Bible daily is incredibly important. So I think I need to do a little bit more research, but I think that's the goal, to do shorts in the morning for devotions. And I am considering doing a Bible study. So this is where I need your guys' feedback. I've done Bible studies before on Facebook, and they were okay. So if that's something that you think would be interesting, where we do we do a study one day a week at a very specific time. So stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comment section, actually, if you think that would be a good idea. But that's the YouTube. I don't really know what it means, but I've reached the first level. I've made no money, but I've reached the level. Okay, and now for the writing update. So the children's book is the one that should be released the soonest, or published the soonest, but we are still in the weeds with that. So the title is Dragons Don't Go to Church. The premise is a little girl who is shamelessly modeled after one of my nieces, and she thinks that she is a dragon, and she gets asked by her parents if she wants to go to church, and she said, hello, dragons don't go to church. And so her mom says, well, then you're gonna miss out on all of the treasure at church, which intrigues the little girl to end up going. And right now I'm really just waiting on my illustrator. So the original project should have been completed on May 31st. I hired an illustrator from Fiverr. That got extended. We did get our first sample. I did not really care for it. Made a ton of edits to it. Was supposed to get something last Friday. Didn't get anything. And so I am assured that I should be getting the project on Sunday, but I haven't seen any updates. So I don't know. So I'm not loving the process of hiring from Fiverr, and I'm sure that this is just a one-off, and I am hoping, because her illustrations were incredibly talented, so I'm hoping that this is not indicative of her work, but I don't know. So stay tuned for that, because I do have 2 other children's books that I'm wanting to send to an illustrator, but I'm kind of waiting to see how this whole thing works out. So anyway, so that's where we're at with the children's books. The devotional though, so I wanted to do a 4-week devotional on truly battling anxiety, and I outlined it last night. I actually don't think it's going to take me a tremendous time to write. In fact, my goal is to have this done by August, and since I will be formatting it, I feel very confident that I'll hit that deadline. But the purpose of this devotion is more action-based, and so scriptures are incredible, scriptures are wonderful. We need to be incorporating scriptures in our daily lives, but there's also some actions that we need to do too, and so I really wanted to set up this devotion as a battle plan. Like, here's what you need to be doing. And so it's 4 weeks. Week 1 kind of outlines the daily things that you should be doing, and then I think week 2 is community engagement, and then week 3 and 4 are, more individual things. And so I am incredibly excited about that one. Again, August is the deadline for the devotional. And then my fiction book, which I just renamed, it's Curses and Coffee, and it is a cute, cozy, satirical fantasy. It is about a princess, Amara, who does not want to get married, and her parents are really adamant about it, so adamant that they lock her in a tower with her best friend Jeanette, who is a dragon shifter. And the hope by her parents is that a prince will save Princess Amara and that they'll fall in love and get married. And we realize very quickly in the story that Amara has other plans. And so it's sort of her journey, and I think it's been incredibly fun to write. I don't know if it's good, but it's been incredibly fun to write. I'm 46,000 words in. The goal typically for a debut author, which I would be in a cozy fantasy, is around 70,000 words. I think I'm a bit of an underwriter for the first draft, so goal is to hit 60,000 and then do the second draft. I only have about 12 and a half more scenes to write, and so I anticipate getting it done mid-July, the first draft. Then I'll go back and do the edits. I'll have to hire beta readers, I guess, and I don't know. So step 1, first draft. That's all I'm really allowing myself to look at as far as this goes. So that's where I'm at. I don't know when I want to release the fiction book. I imagine it'll be next year, but I have enjoyed writing it. It has been such a fun journey. And then after this fictional book, once I get it past that second draft and in the editing with an editor phase, I'll start on my novella, but that's a whole other deal. Anyway, that's all I got. Those are my updates on my books. All right, so that is the ministry update. That is what I am up to in my spare time, because in my not spare time, in my normal time, I am a wife and a mom and I co-own an insurance agency. So all of the things, but these is what I'm working for the ministry. So I hope that you guys found that interesting. And I do know what I'm going to talk about next week, because I'm going on vacation next week and I have already got to take care of that video today. And we're going to be talking about how to be a good Christian. And I think that we overcomplicate this. And so the goal of that video is to simplify it. And I think once you watch the video, you'll see how much we're overcomplicating being a good Christian. So anyway, that's it. I will see you guys next Thursday.